Hello and welcome to this episode of SPSS one-on-one series with the word analytics. Today we look at ordinal logistic regression analysis in SPSS. For ordinal regression analysis, you need an outcome variable that is categorical in nature, and it has at least 3 categories, but again these categories should be ordinal. There should be natural order in them. We have such a category in our dataset that we are going to use today called satisfaction levels. When you look at satisfaction levels, we have low, moderate, and high. These are ordinal categories. Besides the outcome, we also have got 2 variables, that's gender and waiting time. We want to use these 2 variables to predict the satisfaction levels of our customers. One of the independent variables is categorical in nature, either male or female, whereas waiting time is numerical in nature. As usual, for any model that you're going to use for your analysis, start by checking for assumptions, build your model, and then do a final model check. So for this ordinal logistic regression, we've already seen the type of dependent variable that we need. Should be categorical with 3 levels, but those levels should be ordinal in nature. Okay. Independence of observations, there should be no multicollinearity. Proportional odds assumptions should be fulfilled, should have adequate sample size, and then shouldn't have outliers. In our previous episodes on binary logistic regression and linear regression, we have exhaustively discussed these assumptions and demonstrated how to assess for them in SPSS. So I strongly recommend you to go and check out those episodes so that we are all at the same page. So in this episode, it is only one assumption, the proportion odds assumption, that we've not tested before, but we are going to test it here because it is key in ordinal logistic regression. Otherwise, we are going to assume that all our assumptions have passed. So let's get started. We are starting by fitting our ordinal logistic regression model, which we shall do so by clicking on Analyze, Regression, and then go to Ordinal Logistic Regression. So here we are going to have our dependent variable go in the dependent box, which is satisfaction level. Then under factors, that's where we put categorical variables among our predictors. So in this case, gender is our categorical predictor, and then waiting time is our numerical predictor. So it goes under covariates. Under options, we are leaving that as at default settings. Output, we are selecting test of parallel lines and then continue. The rest we shall leave at default settings. Once you're done, just click OK. Here is our output. So in this output, you can see that in our case processing summary, we have the figures under each category. Here we have our sample size of 200, nothing is missing. Then we have a model fitting information. We are interested in a statistically significant model. It shows you that when a null model without any predictor was compared to this model that we've set, one with predictors, there is a statistically significant difference. Our model with predictors is a better model. So a significant value here is what we are interested in, and we've gotten that. Then goodness of fit test. So the goodness of fit test tells us, is there a difference between actual values versus the predicted values? We wouldn't expect to see there a difference if our model is good at predicting the outcome. So a non-significant p-value tells you that what is observed in the dataset is similar to what has been predicted by your model. So you have a good model, right? So for pseudo R squared, we shall interpret the middle value, which tells us that about 4.4% of the variation in our outcome can be explained by the variables in our model. Okay? Yeah, the value is small here, possibly because this is just fictional data for demonstrating how the procedure is run. But the higher the value, the better your model is. Then, before we interpret the parameter estimates, let us first interpret the test of parallel lines. Okay? This is a test for one of the assumptions that we've seen, the assumption of proportional odds. Okay? We are interested in a non-significant p-value for that assumption to have passed. So here we have with a value of 0.126, our assumption has passed, and so we can proceed to interpret the parameter estimates. In this table of parameter estimates, we have rows for threshold and location. We are interested in this one of location that has our actual variables. If you look at the significance here, you can see that waiting time is a significant predictor of satisfaction levels, whereas gender was not. Now, we move to interpreting the estimates. What's important here is the sign on the estimates. If the sign is negative, it is indicating that that variable, increase in that variable, is associated with lower scores of the outcome, if it is numeric. If it is categorical and the value is negative, we would say that particular group is associated with lower scores of the outcome when you compare it to the other group. So here we can see that for waiting time, it is negative and statistically significant, indicating that increase in waiting time is associated with lower values of satisfaction levels. Whereas for gender, we have a positive value, which indicates that it is associated with positive scores. So for gender, which is a positive value, we have here 0.064. It is indicating that those in the category 1 of gender, male participants, are associated with high levels of satisfaction compared to the females labeled 2, because they are the reference category here. Is how you would present such results from your analysis. Feel free to pause so that you can read and digest, so that you modify your output accordingly. So next we shall be looking at another type of regression analysis called partial regression, where our outcome is a count. So don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out any of our episodes. In case you have any question, any concern, feel free to reach out in the comment section. I'll be glad to help. See you in the next episode.